On November 10th, the first B-21 bomber took off from Air Force Plant 42 in California at dawn and arrived at Edwards Air Force Base in California 90 minutes later. Air Force spokesperson Stefanik stated that the B-21 safely landed, marking a test flight. Although the B-21 is highly classified, the U.S. has not concealed its appearance. The test flight was captured on video outside Plant 42, where the B-21 was photographed. After takeoff, the B-21 flew eastward alongside a U.S. Air Force F-16 fighter, and in the video, the B-21's landing gear remained deployed. The B-21 took off at 7 a.m. and landed at 8:30 a.m. Interestingly, Plant 42 is practically at the doorstep of Edwards Air Force Base, both located northeast of Los Angeles. The distance between Plant 42 and Edwards Air Force Base is only 30 miles, a 40-minute drive. So why did the aircraft fly for an hour and a half? Clearly, the B-21 was conducting basic flight tests, likely flying to other locations before returning to Edwards Air Force Base. A spokesperson for the aircraft's developer, Northrop Grumman, confirmed that the B-21 Raider is undergoing flight testing. A joint testing unit composed of Northrop Grumman and the Air Force is conducting extensive flight tests to validate the aircraft's digital model, advancing its operational capabilities. The U.S. Air Force stated that these tests aim to enhance survivability, long-range penetrative strike capabilities to deter aggression and strategic attacks against the United States, allies, and partners. The first batch of operational B-21 bombers will be stationed at Ellsworth Air Force Base in South Dakota, with maintenance conducted at an Air Force base in Oklahoma. The official delivery of the aircraft is expected in the mid-2020s, meaning that the United States will equip itself with advanced B-21 stealth bombers between 2025 and 2027. Currently, Northrop Grumman is producing 6 test aircraft simultaneously on the same production line. The tools, processes, and personnel used in their production will later be employed in the formal production of the B-21. The B-21 Raider contract was officially approved in 2015, with an estimated cost of around $700 million per aircraft. It was officially named Raider in 2016, commemorating the Doolittle raid during World War II. The B-21 is planned to replace the current B-2 and B-1B Lancer bombers, with the U.S. Air Force aiming to acquire at least 100 B-21 long-range bombers. When the B-21 was first unveiled in December of last year, only the front view of the aircraft was shown, and the exhaust nozzles were not visible. Let's take a look at the high-resolution images from Zhang Tianqing's return to the scene. The picture was taken from bottom to top, and we can see a red tube on the left front of the nose, which stands out. This is the pitot tube, used primarily to test speed. When the aircraft is officially put into production, the pitot tube will be removed. At the same time, the landing gear under the aircraft is in the open position. It's worth mentioning that there are 2 black spots at the tail of the aircraft, which are actually the tail nozzles of the bomber. From the on-site images, the size of these tail nozzles is very small. In the front view, you can see that the intake size of the B-21 is also very small. This is mainly to enhance the stealth capability of the B-21 by reducing the reflective surface area and infrared features. This can be considered the B-21's first major advantage compared to the previous B-2, a significantly improved stealth capability. There are 3 main aspects to this improvement. Firstly, the size has been reduced. The B-21 is a smaller version of the B-2, with a wingspan of 42 meters and a length of 15 meters. The B-2, in comparison, has a wingspan of 52.4 meters and a length of 21 meters. To put this in perspective, a soccer field is about 100 meters long and 60 meters wide, so the B-2's width is almost the same as the width of a soccer field. It's a massive aircraft, with a maximum takeoff weight of 170 tons. The B-21 is a scaled-down version of the B-2. A smaller aircraft, at the same technological level, has a smaller reflective surface area. Of course, the B-21 also incorporates updated technology, including surface coating and design. The entire B-21 has a smooth curved design, and the lower part of the fuselage uses a flat surface for the ammunition bay, presenting a nightmare for any radar. The B-21's engine, like the B-2, is placed inside the fuselage, and external air is introduced to cool the exhaust, minimizing heat distribution at the rear of the aircraft, enhancing its stealth capability. The B-21, like the B-2, does not have a vertical tail design, further reducing radar cross-section, and the aircraft relies on elevons for direction changes in the air. In terms of payload, the B-21 carries 40% less than the B-2, with a maximum payload of 13.6 tons compared to the B-2's 22.7 tons. However, both have a comparable range of 11,000 kilometers. The B-2's maximum range is 11,000 kilometers, extendable to 18,000 kilometers with refueling, and the B-21 also has a range of 11,000 kilometers. Another significant feature of the B-21 is its utilization of advanced artificial intelligence technology. The B-21 is positioned as an optionally manned aircraft, meaning it can be piloted or operate without a crew in the future, essentially becoming an unmanned stealth bomber. Although initial versions of the B-21 are expected to be manned, advancements in AI and machine learning could lead to fully unmanned versions in the future. Moreover, in manned mode, the B-21 can serve as a command center for unmanned drones, coordinating loyal wingmen for various missions. It's even conceivable that in the future, manned B-21s could collaborate with unmanned fighter jets, providing escort and support. With technological advancements, sixth-generation fighters differ significantly from their predecessors. They boast enhanced stealth capabilities, powerful artificial intelligence, and the ability to execute a variety of tasks. The modern U.S. Air Force fleet may simplify to just two aircraft types, the NGAD, Next Generation Air Dominance, for fighters and the B-21 for bombers, accompanied by various loyal wingmen. Notably, the B-21 offers lower maintenance costs and manufacturing expenses compared to the B-2. The B-2, being produced in only 21 units, had a staggering cost of $3 billion per aircraft, twice the value of gold. Due to its high cost, the B-2 requires special hangars with constant temperature and humidity for storage, and its stealth coating needs maintenance after every flight. In contrast, the B-21, with an estimated cost of $700 million per aircraft, might not require such specialized facilities for maintenance, leading to significant cost reduction and increased flexibility in deployment to different air bases. Regarding the B-21, it's worth mentioning that due to rising development costs, its current price has increased by $76 million, reaching $776 million. This is relatively high compared to the current most advanced U.S. fighter, the F-35, with a bare-bones price of around $80 million. When fully equipped with engines, missiles, and other components, a single F-35 can cost between $150 million and $200 million. In contrast, the cost of procuring 100 B-21s, totaling at least $80 billion, could potentially buy 500 F-35 fighter jets. This illustrates the significant financial demands of modern air forces, and the high cost was a major factor in the limited production of the B-2's 21 units. Among the three major U.S. aerospace and defense companies, Boeing, Lockheed Martin, and Northrop Grumman has the smallest footprint and relatively less project management experience. Due to the increased costs, Lockheed Martin has stated that during the initial production phase of the B-2, the company will have to operate at zero profit. In other words, the company won't make any money beyond covering research and production costs. This decision makes sense, considering that the U.S. Air Force's budget comes from the taxes of every American citizen, and prudent financial management is essential. The U.S. assigns unique names to each bomber, and the trial B-21 is named Cerberus. Cerberus is the three-headed dog guarding the gates of the underworld in Greek mythology, preventing the dead from leaving. In simpler terms, it's a hellhound. Given such a formidable name, it's clear that the B-21 is not to be trifled with. After a few years of service, it remains to be seen who or what will become the B-21's first target.